were standing over there and he came. Oh, surely he's not going to try to tow that with that truck. He's got to know that that's not half-ton towable. I mean, that's not. It's obviously a. I mean, that's got to weigh 4,000 pounds. What the heck? Tow hauls on. That's the special tow button. And let's go. Is the emergency brake on? Feels like the emergency brake's on, like something's holding us back. Is that? What's that guy looking at? What you reckon he's looking at? Mind his own business. You know, a F350 or a F450. I bet he didn't even look at his tow numbers on the door. His GCWR and GVR can't be big enough to hold the weight of the payload capacity, and the GCWR, GVWR, RTSB from the trailer. Look at him over there, probably talking about door sticker, door sticker, door sticker. That's all they care about is that gum door sticker. Big truck, little trailer, BJ, that's all they talk about. They gotta look at the door sticker. Somebody's gonna have to go over there and tell him that he's not supposed to tow that. No, you can't stop. You can't tow. I changed the door sticker for your information, upgraded it, so my tow ratings went up. Don't yell at me. Does he know that we're looking at him? I don't think he knows we're looking at it. Does he know we're looking at him? I hope I don't. We're fine. We're fine. I did the math myself. We're fine. Everything's fine. You can't. Oh, somebody called JD. If you got his, I've got JD's email address right here. Call him. I dare you. Call him. Call him. Email him. Call him. Baby, if he keeps looking over here at us, I'm gonna need you to go talk to him. Hey guys, welcome back to Home on the Hitch. Glad to see you. Please don't get twisted up about the intro. It's all in fun. What I want to talk about today is some basic explanation of abbreviations for towing terms and some basic tow numbers. So just in case you're not quite sure of how to figure that stuff out, or you're looking for your numbers for your tow vehicle and trailer combo, that maybe this will help you figure it out. If you already know what the abbreviations are and the basic calculations, and you want to skip towards the end of the video, I'm going to have timestamps down there to do so. But before you do that, please consider hitting that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything else when it comes to towing or RV tips. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up that we're working on. It's going to be great. We're going to be headed down to the Super Show in Tampa in January, so really excited about that. Towards the end of the video, like I said, there'll be timestamps. I've got a couple of things on the website that are pretty cool. Speaking of the website, all this information is going to be available up there at www.homeonthehitch.com/towing. I'll try to put that up here if I can. So that way you can go back and look at it. There's an Excel spreadsheet there, or a little Excel calculator there, and a link to a web page about an app that's pretty cool too. That's pretty new, I think. So we'll talk about that. This video is not about a debate of whether I can tow this, or you should tow that, or you need a half-ton or a 3/4 ton or 1 ton to tow that. This is just about explaining how to figure out the numbers that are on your door jamb and your manufacturer, weight rating numbers. But the whole reason you're able to have an argument about I can tow this or I can't tow that is because that it's not enforced. CDL drivers, over-the-road truckers, they have to stop at weigh stations and prove that they're not overweight, that their axle weight rating has not been exceeded, that their load is distributed evenly, that their truck is capable of pulling the gross combined vehicle weight. If it was the same for people who were towing RVs or driving Class A's or whatever, then this whole discussion would not even be, because you would have to tow by what's listed on your door jamb. If you don't know where to start to look for your numbers, door jamb of your on the driver's side of your tow vehicle is going to have a couple of stickers. One of them is going to talk about your tires and tire pressures, and your payload capacity. That's where you're going to find, it'll say payload should never exceed this. It'll have it listed in pounds and kilograms. The other sticker is going to have your VIN number, gross vehicle weight rating probably. So that's where you're going to find those. You may find some information in your owner's manual as well. One of your best resources is your VIN number and your manufacturer. If you email them, they're going to be able to provide you with a detailed spec sheet for your vehicle and towing specs and all that kind of good stuff. So that's a really good place to start if you have any questions about your specific tow vehicle and you don't really know where to look. So VIN number, manufacturer. All right, so we're going to swap over to the computer now and check out the website. All right, guys, so here we are, www.homeonthehitch.com/towing. So our website section that's got these definitions and some tools to help you figure out your towing numbers. So we're just going to go through these right quick, make sure you understand what we're talking about. The GVWR stands for the gross vehicle weight rating. This is the maximum amount that your manufacturer says the vehicle, either trailer or tow vehicle, can weigh with cargo in it. So this is like they say, you know, the truck can only weigh X amount. That includes the truck, the engine, the passengers, the cargo. That is your gross vehicle weight rating. GCWR is the gross combined weight rating. The GCWR is the maximum weight that your vehicle, your tow vehicle, can weigh with a trailer attached. So if you have a 5,000 pound tow vehicle and a 5,000 pound trailer, that's 10,000 pounds combined weight. So that's what the GCWR stands for. It's the gross combined weight rating, the maximum amount your trailer and truck combination can weigh. Moving on down, the GAWR stands for the gross axle weight rating. That is the maximum amount of weight that can be placed on the vehicle's front or rear axle. The manufacturer of the vehicle gives each axle its own rating. The FR is going to stand for the front rating, RR for the rear rating. You're going to find those numbers on one of the stickers in the door jamb of your tow vehicle. GTW is gross trailer weight. That is the actual weight of your trailer. If your trailer empty weighs 5,000 pounds and you put 1,000 pounds of cargo in it, the gross trailer weight will be 6,000 pounds. So gross trailer weight is what the trailer actually weighs with everything in it. Tongue weight. You might also see this be expressed as pin weight if you're dealing with a fifth wheel. Tongue weight is the amount of weight or force that is exerted on the back of the tow vehicle by the trailer. Industry standard for testing purposes, a travel trailer is said to, usually have a tongue weight that is 10% of its gross weight. Therefore, if you have a travel trailer that weighs 10,000 pounds, loaded up with cargo, then the tongue weight is going to be 1,000 pounds. That is 10%. With a fifth wheel, it's just a little different. The industry standard for testing purposes on a fifth wheel for pin weight is 15%. So with that same example, 10,000 pounds, you're going to have a pin weight in the back of the truck of 1,500 pounds. And that tongue weight or pin weight has to come off of the cargo capacity of your tow vehicle, your payload. Curb weight. Curb weight is the weight of your vehicle. Usually, when you hear curb weight, you're talking about your tow vehicle, like a truck. That is the weight of that truck as it comes from the factory, as it sits on the dealer lot with a full tank of gas, fluids, tires inflated to normal pressure, everything that is factory from the manufacturer. They're going to say this truck weighs this amount. That is the curb weight. Doesn't include anything that did not come from the factory. Dry weight, if you hear that, you're usually going to be talking about a towable, like a travel trailer or a fifth wheel. In referring to a travel trailer or a fifth wheel, is going to be the travel trailer or fifth wheel as it came from the manufacturer, with no water in the tanks and no cargo loaded. If it is in reference to a tow vehicle, then it's going to be the exact same as curb weight with the subtraction of all the fluids. No oil, no antifreeze. But you don't usually hear that when you're talking about tow vehicles. You usually hear curb weight when you're talking about a tow vehicle, and dry weight when you're talking about a trailer. Payload. Payload capacity is the maximum amount of a weight a truck can haul in the cab, in the bed, in a trunk if it's a car. So that is your payload capacity. Way you find that is you take your gross vehicle weight rating. The manufacturer says the maximum amount your truck can weigh loaded with cargo is 9,000 pounds, and its curb weight is 7,000 pounds. The difference between those two is your payload capacity, and that's 2,000 pounds. That's how you figure that out. So, all right, so let's move on down here to calculating your towing numbers. Now, this is not about starting a debate on what you can tow or what you should tow, or my F-150 can tow, 20,000 pounds or whatever. This is about just being able to figure out your numbers from the manufacturer. Some of these numbers you're going to find on the stickers in the door jamb. Some of them you may find in your owner's manual. All of them you can get from the vehicle manufacturer. If you contact them with the VIN number, they will be able to provide you with vehicle specifics for your actual vehicle. Things you need to know about your tow vehicle. What is the gross vehicle weight rating? That's the maximum amount they say it can weigh. What is your vehicle's curb weight? What does it weigh from the factory? What is your vehicle's payload? That is the gross vehicle weight rating minus the curb weight. That's going to give your payload capacity, and that's going to, you'll see momentarily, that's going to have a profound impact on how much you can actually tow. What is your tow vehicle's gross combined vehicle weight rating? This number you're usually going to have to find in either your owner's manual or from the manufacturer. All right, moving on down, I got some example numbers here listed for an example truck. Basically just kind of made up some numbers, some nice even round numbers. It's easy to look at and understand what's going on. So gross vehicle weight rating, 9,000 pounds. Curb weight, 7,000 pounds. Payload capacity of this truck is therefore 2,000 pounds. Excuse me, this is the amount of cargo that you can add to your tow vehicle. This is anything that doesn't come from the factory. Passengers, tires, toolboxes, hitch weight, not the tongue weight, but the hitch weight, how much the components of your hitch weigh, any tools that you put in your toolbox, all that stuff has to be weighed and added up and come out of your payload capacity. So what we're going to do is we're going to estimate our payload, what we're putting in the truck, passengers, cargo, all that stuff, at 1,000 pounds. So we subtract that from the payload capacity of this truck, and that leaves us 1,000 pounds, okay? That's 1,000 pounds for tongue weight of the trailer, because we haven't added that in yet. Now, for testing purposes and determining tow factors and everything, the industry standard for a travel trailer is 10% of the gross weight of the travel trailer is what the tongue weight is calculated at. For a fifth wheel, pin weight is calculated at 15% of the gross fifth wheel weight. Those weights may be, I mean, you may have a travel trailer that has a 15%, gross weight, tongue weight, or a fifth wheel that, its pin weight is 25% of its gross weight. But for the purposes of industry testing, it's 10% for a travel trailer and 15% for a fifth wheel. So, given that, we have 1,000 pounds of payload left. That means the maximum weight of a travel trailer that we can tow is 10,000 pounds. 1,000 is 10% of 10,000. Then that's where you have, people will say, what, no, the manufacturer says I can tow a travel trailer that is, 12,000 pounds. That may be true if your truck is empty. Remember, this is a maximum tow rating. If your truck was absolutely empty, that truck sitting there, curb weight, can pull a travel trailer that's 12,000 pounds. But when you start loading up things into it, we've put 1,000 pounds of cargo in there. That leaves us 1,000 pounds for tongue weight. That only lets us pull a trailer that is 10,000 pounds by the numbers. And the example gross combined vehicle weight rating is 19,500 pounds. This means the loaded truck and the loaded trailer cannot weigh more than 19,500 pounds. So using this example again, we're going to say, okay, well, we can only do a 10,000 pound travel trailer. We got the 10,000 pound travel trailer. Add everything together with the tongue weight and what we've already put in there. Our truck's going to weigh 9,000 pounds. That's 19,000 pounds. We're still 500 pounds under our gross combined vehicle weight rating. And again, if you push that to a 12,000 pound travel trailer, you're going to be over your payload and your gross combined vehicle weight rating. So don't get hooked on the manufacturer advertised numbers, because those are going to be maximum numbers under very specific conditions. That's going to be a very specific truck, usually a two-wheel drive truck, standard cab. Anything that adds to the weight of a truck is going to subtract from towing and payload. Four-wheel drive systems are very heavy. Diesel engines are heavy. Crew cabs are heavy. All those things, that weight has to be subtracted somewhere. It goes away from your payload and your towing capacity. That number you see on the TV commercial, this truck can tow 15,000 pounds. At the bottom, there's going to be a disclaimer that says this is the model tested and et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to have, that's why it's very important to deal with the specific truck that you're looking at or the specific truck that you have. All right. All right, so, and again, this information, this is up on our website, so you can go back and look at it anytime you want to and kind of mull it over. So, so right here, though, I just want to show you this real quick. This is a basic towing number Excel spreadsheet. I'm not exactly sure 100% where it originally came from, but I've had it for a while and been using it. So if we download that and open it up, we'll take a look at it real quick. And again, you have to kind of use it. You have to use Excel for it, but it's a pretty good little quick spreadsheet. That would be for a truck name. Let's use the numbers that we were using for the example truck. So curb weight on that truck was 7,000 pounds. The gross vehicle weight rating was 9,000 pounds. I'll see what we said. Gross combined vehicle weight rating, excuse me, I can't speak, 19,500 pounds. And we had a payload of 2,000 pounds. And towing capacity of, I think, we'll see, we said manufacturers. We'll put in 12,000 pounds. That's what the manufacturer said. All right, so we are going to say we used 1,000 pounds of cargo, so we're going to use 500 pounds for passengers, 500 pounds for cargo. All right, so this is already added up that we have 1,000 pounds available payload, just like we said earlier. All right, so we're going to say the unloaded vehicle weight of the travel trailer, say it's dry weight basically, it's 9,000 pounds. Its gross vehicle weight rating is 10,000 pounds, and the hitch weight, we're going to estimate, if we don't know the exact hitch weight, we're going to estimate it at 10%. So we're going to, hitch weight is going to be 1,000 pounds. All right, so that does, with that in there, you can go down here to the bottom and see that we have no available payload. The gross combined vehicle weight is 9,000 pounds. The reason that is red is because we are at our maximum. Our gross combined vehicle weight rating is 18,000 pounds, and that's what we actually have based on the numbers that we put in. So that's green because that's you know, below the 19,500. So you can see that, again, that payload has a profound effect on what we can tell. Let's see what happens. We're going to say our unloaded vehicle, our unloaded travel trailer is 10,000 pounds, and its gross vehicle weight is 12,500, because that's not uncommon. There's some larger travel trailers out there. We're going to 10%. Let's do well, let's do 10%. 10% of that for hitch weight, 1,250 pounds, and enter it. All right, so we are 250 pounds over on our payload. Our truck is 250 pounds over what it's supposed to weigh because of the excess hitch weight. Our gross combined vehicle weight rating is exceeded by 1,000 pounds, and our towing capacity has been exceeded now because it's 12,000 pounds, and we're assuming that we're, you know, have a trailer of 12,500 pounds. We're not affiliated with this app, and I happened to just run across it actually the other day, and that is the TOWCHECK app. So I'm going to transition to my phone here in just a second, but so you can actually click on this and it'll take you to the RV TOWCHECK website, and you can watch this little video and read some information about the app. But then you can go to your app store, respective app store, and download the app, and it's real good to have on your phone because you can figure stuff out on the fly. So let's swap to the telephone here, and we will show you how it works. All right, so this is going to be for the RV TOWCHECK app. You have a beginner and an expert mode and initial instructions. So basically, I encourage you to come read these instructions. Tells you how to use the app and what's going on with it. All right, so we're going to click on beginner mode here. So required entries and optional entries. Required entries are at top and optional at the bottom. All right, so we'll just start right here, and I'm going to use, I guess, let's use the same numbers that we were using for the example truck. 19,500 pounds, okay? Our gross vehicle weight rating was what? 9,000 pounds, okay? And I like the app because it has, you know, below each section it has explanation of what it is and some other information about it as far as some of the laws and where the numbers come from. So that's a really good feature. All right, 9,000 pounds for that. Next, gross vehicle weight rating, the curb weight of the truck was, what did we say? We said 7,000 pounds, correct? 7,000. So next, all right, so trucks that have the ability to tow fifth wheels are going to have or have a, you know, a place for a gooseneck hitch, are going to have a fifth wheel tow rating and a conventional tow weight rating, and that number is going to be available from your manufacturer. So we're just going to put in 12,000 pounds for both of these, so we can look at the numbers. But you'll need to, you know, of course, use your actual numbers. All right, so when we hit next, we're going to be mainly looking at the travel trailer numbers, but I don't have a fifth wheel hitch. Here's where we're going to figure cargo. Let's see. We're talking about 500 pounds for cargo. We are talking about 500 pounds for passengers and drivers. Click done. And we get to the next screen. So basically this is pin weight percentile and tongue weight percentile. So what we see is our max conventional towing tongue weight is 10,000 pounds, like we've already figured a couple of times. with the numbers that we've put in. What if we change that to 13%? Our available weight for towing goes from 10,000 to 7,692. What if you're a travel trailer that you're looking at is a little heavier in the front end and it's actually 15% tongue weight? Well, you're down to below 7,000 pounds on what you actually should be pulling by the numbers. Cargo and payload capacity has a profound effect on the ability, the maximum weight that you can pull in your truck. People need to understand that. You need to understand that and need to look at it, because that is one of the things that most profoundly affects how much you can pull. That's at 15%. That's at 10%. So really need to be able to pay attention to what your cargo and your payload capacity is. And this is just one example that shows you that payload really changes what you can pull. So, all right, but that is RV TOWCHECK app. Like I said, not affiliated with it, but you know, for figuring stuff out on the fly, or if you're on the RV lot looking at some RVs and you know your truck's numbers, and you can put them in there and then just plug in the numbers off of the travel trailer or the fifth wheel that you're looking at and get an instant feedback on where you stand with your numbers. So really cool app, and it's like it's $1.99, I think is what it is on the iOS store. I'm not sure about Android, but I think well worth it, just to have the convenience of it. So in case you are interested, just the way that manufacturers since 2013 calculate what a vehicle's tow rating and gross combined vehicle weight rating is by the J2807 towing test. So back before this test was used, manufacturers were pretty much could say a vehicle towed whatever they said it could tow, and there was, you know, Ford could say one thing, Dodge could say something else about their truck, and there was no testing or standardized testing to say that's the truth. Basically, all the manufacturers got together and agreed upon a set of parameters. What a vehicle had to accomplish to achieve a rating of whatever number. Truck Trend has a really good article on the test here, so you can click on this link right here and look at it. Every 4 or 5 years they get together and give it a once over and might change a few things, but this article is really good and it explains a lot about these tests. They really put these trucks through a pretty rigorous regiment. It is really kind of even the playing field. That way when the manufacturer says this truck will tow this, it comes from these towing tests, and you know it can be a fair test. But and again, that's for 2013 and or later models. So, but all this information, like I said, is up on our website, and you can download the spreadsheet right there, and you can go to the TOWCHECK website from there as well, and watch a video or two about that if you want to before you pick that up on your smartphone. All right, guys, we appreciate you watching the video. I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe. Remember, take care of each other, love each other, make every moment count. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and we will see you next time on Home on the Hitch. Oh, it's almost Christmas time.